I'm not sleepy. I need another story. I want my most favorite special story. Now, tell it to me now.
Okay. Once upon a time, there was a horrible little caveman named Rumpel-Cro-Magnon.
No. Cinderellasaurus. Cinderellasaurus is my most favorite special story.
But I thought Rumpel-Cro-Magnon was your most favorite special story.
No, you're wrong. Cinderellasaurus is my most favorite story. I want that one now.
Okay. Cinderellasaurus. Once upon a time, there was a very nice and handsome Megalosaurus. Incidentally, not unlike your father. What?
Nothing.
Okay. And he had a lovely daughter named Allosaurus.
Does she get eaten by a dragon, huh? Eaten up? Chomp, chomp, chomp?
No, she doesn't get eaten up by a dragon.
Then the daddy gets eaten up by a dragon.
No.
Well, somebody better get eaten up by a dragon.
I thought you were afraid of the monster in the last story.
Dragon not as scary as swamp monster.
This is a bedtime story. You're supposed to be going to sleep. Now just be quiet and listen.
This story needs a dragon.
Now, every day, the nice, handsome daddy Megalosaurus would tell Allosaurus, I love you very much. And she would answer,
Can I have some money to go to the mall?
Even though he loved his daughter, the Megalosaurus was very sad because his wife had died many years ago.
She got eaten?
Yeah, fine, she got eaten.
By a dragon?
Fine, dragon, whatever.
A big dragon.
Would you just let me tell...
What happened next, Daddy?
The handsome Megalosaurus daddy married again. But this time, it was to a mean and nasty Tyrannosaurus who had two lazy and rude daughters.
Hello, Pally Boy. I'm the lazy and rude stepsister-sauruses.
Doesn't sound like stepsister to me.
Use your imagination. A few months after they were married, Allosaurus's father fell into a tar pit.
Whoa!
Ooh, sticky situation.
And Allosaurus was left all alone with her mean stepmother-saurus and stepsister-sauruses. They were very jealous of her beauty.
Of course they are. I have naturally curly scales and my tail is perfect.
So they treated Allosaurus very badly.
After you do the dishes and the floor, paint the house with this toothbrush.
And like most dinosaurs, they were cold-blooded. So for warmth, they lived next to a volcano.
And sweep out all the cinders coming from that disgusting volcano. It makes such a mess.
She got very dirty cleaning up the volcano, so they called her...
Black Bart!
They called her Cinderellasaurus.
Hey, Cinderellasaurus, am I going to get my breakfast in bed, or are you on vacation? And get your perfect tail over here with my hot water bottle and clean the stairs and wash the floors.
Coming, ma'am.
And hey, bring me my slippies and my lunch, and a donut, and some chocolate milk, and the sports page.
Now, the prince, another very handsome Megalosaurus, by the way, as we all are, sent word throughout the kingdom that there would be a ball for all lovely young girl dinosaurs in the kingdom so he could choose a bride.
Oh, I do want to go to the mall. Ball. Well, both. Couldn't I go to the mall after the ball?
Dream on, sweet cakes. You're not going anywhere till you wash the floor, clean the rugs, wash the cat, and build a new wing onto the house with these 300,000 popsicle sticks.
Cinderellasaurus was heartbroken.
Cinderellasaurus between rock and a hard place.
With all the work she had to do, she'd never make it to the ball.
I can't believe this could happen to a 16-year-old with naturally curly scales.
She raced out to the garden and was sitting there crying when she heard a voice.
Don't cry, my dear. You'll go to the ball.
So who are you?
I'm your fairy dactyl mother. And because you've been such a good girl and hard worker, I'm going to use my magic to help you go to the ball. I'll change that pumpkin into a golden coat. And those sea slugs into handsome brontosauruses to pull it. Now for 2 doormen, we'll use those cavemen. Well, maybe we'll use 2 more sea slugs.
Your coach, madam. Your door, madam.
But what about my dress, fairy dactyl mother? This went out of style weeks ago.
I'm sure it will be just fine.
No, it won't. Don't you have any fashion sense?
I'm very busy helping hundreds of young maidens in distress. I don't even have time to shop for myself.
I guess you're right. Nobody your age has to worry about style.
Now look, you. Why don't I just make you a lovely ball gown? There. It's beautiful.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. The hem's at least a quarter inch too long. The neckline's all wrong. The waist is way too tight.
It's beautiful. It's magical, and you'll wear it.
Like I have a choice.
And on her feet, she put glass slippers.
But remember, you must leave by the stroke of midnight, or your coach will turn back into a pumpkin and your footmen into sea slugs.
So Cinderellasaurus went to the ball and danced with the prince all night. But she was having such a good time.
She got eaten by a...
Junior.
Sorry.
She forgot the time. Cinderellasaurus raced from the castle, leaving one glass slipper behind. She barely made it into the woods before the coach turned back into a pumpkin and the brontosauruses turned into sea slugs. But the prince... excuse me, did I mention that he was a very handsome megalosaurus?
Yes.
Good. Anyway, the prince wanted to find the mysterious dinosaur he had fallen in love with. So he sent his men throughout the kingdom with the glass slipper to try it on the feet of every female.
Too tight.
Not my size. Too big.
The last house was that of the evil stepmothersaurus and her daughters. None of their feet fit the slipper. And the evil stepmothersaurus had locked Cinderellasaurus in her room.
Oh, no, let me out! Let me out!
But luckily, the fairy dactyl mother's magic spell on the caveman from the night before finally began to work.
Well, cheerio, my good man. Hello.
And to you too, old chap.
And they finally became two doormen.
Better late than never.
And so, when they heard Cinderellasaurus banging on the locked door...
Help! Let me out! Let me out!
They did what doormen do.
I say, good fellow, being doorman, I believe what we should do
Is open her door.
Capital idea.
Thanks, guys. I'll tip you later.
Cinderellasaurus raced downstairs and into the room.
Wait, I get to try on that slipper too. Of course, it doesn't really go with the skirt, and the glasses all smudged and yucky from everybody's fingers, and it's not the right style to accentuate my calves.
Try it on.
She did try it on, and it fit. The prince was informed, and he married her that very day, and they lived happily ever after.
What about me stepsister Sauruses?
The doormen never turned back into cavemen, so they married the sistersauruses.
And the evil stepmamasaurus?
She was eaten by whoever you want.
Goody! First she got eaten by a dragon. No, first swamp monster.
Right.
Then swamp monster
Son,
got
go to
eaten by
sleep.
a
Son,
dragon.
why don't you go? Come on.
And first dragon
Please,
evil
son, go to
stepmamasaurus.
sleep. Please go to sleep, please.